Other makeup air unit that may have been undersized, possibly. We're considering that that may be a major issue as to why there's so much moisture. But we've had to clean up a lot of things, and we're all going to continue to try to control the thermostats, because it seems like a lot of people do touch the thermostats. When it gets too warm, then they feel like they need to mess with them, and that creates more problems. We had one thermostat that consistently was wet because there was so much humidity that the metal frames around the posters that they have in there were dripping. And got inside the thermostat. And everything drips off the vents.
It happens in the whole building. It happens in the pro shop, it happens in the bathrooms, it happens in the
So the building envelope was what we were really trying to figure out, that there's got to be a problem. But it seems like we may be down the path where it could be related to Duffy's equipment and potentially...
But it's not the air conditioning units. They feel that the units that were installed are the right size and proper.
Everything that's there now, as far as the HVAC, we have like 3 5-ton units and 3 10-ton units, and all of them are functioning. I mean, there's been a lot of little
tweaks.
Yeah, little bumps in the road where things don't work, unfortunately, but they all are producing enough cool air, conditioned air. So
what's pardon my ignorance, I'm not a mechanical engineer, what's a makeup unit?
It's like a return.
Lucky for you, I am.
So it's...
All right, Adam can explain
Yeah,
that.
I can explain it in more technical terms.
Tony, here's what's happening. The building's under negative pressure, okay?
Yeah.
Which means anytime a door opens,
All the hot moist air comes in.
boom, it's exactly right.
This
And when
time
it's
of year.
closed, that moisture is still coming in via the doors, windowsills, through the electrical outlets, and from the attic down through the drop ceiling.
Okay.
It's not being removed.
We've looked at, or I guess we should say, we've brought in a company called eCalcs to do a load calculation to first of all make sure that the air conditioning systems are adequately sized. Check, they are. We've had an independent air conditioning company come in and make sure all the air conditioning units are working. Check, they are. So now we had them come back again on Monday to do what's called a blower door test. Okay, so we're basically checking to see the pressurization of the entire building. The theory here is there's 2 things going on. Number one, the building was designed in such a way that it had a negative pressure. All right. The second thing is there have been...
It's supposed to have a positive pressure.
So it's supposed to have a positive pressure, that's right. So the second thing is there have been some modifications when Duffy's brought in all of their equipment. There have been modifications when a hurricane blew some stuff off. But essentially what we noticed happening was when the Duffy's equipment was turned on, right, all their exhaust fans, it sucked in even more air. Right, so the problem has become worse, and those exhaust fans are designed in such a way that they're supposed to push 80% air back into the hood, kind of creating a circling effect and all the smoke and stuff going up the hoods. But I think what we have right now is a makeup air issue. Some of our air conditioners are designed to pull in air, cool it down, dehumidify it, and then there's some equipment in Duffy's that is maybe not functioning as it should. So the idea, I guess, today is we should get a manometer in there to basically measure the pressure of the building. And as we work through the different solutions, we figure out what the root cause is. Because if the root cause is, in fact, the hood vents from Duffy's, all of the damage, mold, remediation, drips in the pro shop, and there's all of that stuff, in my opinion, they should be held responsible for. If in fact it's something that we've done, then we should be responsible.
Yeah, and I guess from the forensic perspective, going back in time, it seems like this is a recent phenomenon, or is this a continuation of the phenomenon in the past?
It happens on a cyclical basis, but it's been made worse with maybe an alteration in a fan.
Are these alterations approved by the district or not? We don't know.
No, we have approved nothing. So I think Lisa's requested the work order history. and
Okay, good.
Stuff like
Duffy's
that, you
for
know.
the people and, service that they've done.
What happened when the last, or not the last, or the hurricane before them, they closed down for so long? It was all.
Well, they redid the entire
Right.
thing.
Because
That's what
they,
I'm saying.
yeah, and that was because they went during COVID, are you talking? or the-
Right.
Got completely
Yeah,
moldy.
because they didn't service the HVAC.
Nobody
which
came in and
That's right,
looked.
nobody came in. Exactly right.
And so everything
Nobody came in, right.
just molded over, so much algae, water everywhere, everything was a disaster. So because of that, then the lease changed so that the landlord is responsible to maintain the air conditioning, which is what we've been doing, and the air conditioning has been good. There's just been this freaky problem with so much humidity.
And it's been
And
so
it's
beastly
possible-
hot.
It's possible that initially, when they did the building, as Adam was saying, that the engineer may have miscalculated something or didn't include a major piece of equipment, and therefore the whole building was negative pressure, missing a lot of AC.
Or it could have been designed originally as, what was this, as a sales center and everything else, wasn't it originally?
No, it
I
was,
don't
it
know.
was designed
The
as a country club.
restaurant
Yeah, it was always a restaurant, right?
It was a country club with a kitchen, so, you know, minor modification, but it,
But with
same
that being
purpose.
said, when Duffy's first came in the first time, they redesigned that entire inside.
They did, they removed the
Gee,
fireplace.
So the envelope stayed the same.
Right.
The
So they're
exterior,
saying it's-
outside, around the edges, like the kitchen was where it was.
Is that something that's in like a engineering plan when you design, here's the envelope, here's the negative pressure test and on CAD,
They're
what
looking
what
for
it should
that.
be?
They're looking for that. I don't know if they still have all that.
Well, that would be like the mechanical calculations. So,
Right.
Right.
Yes, yes. Yep, and then when the COVID thing happened, Andy put back everything that was the way it was first, the way it was initially built.
Yes.
So nothing was looked at that time. Now we're going to go up and do another test and balance, which we did in 2021 after they put back all the equipment and everything was hopefully back to normal. But then, you know, like we said before, in another 2 months, it'll all be gone. And everything will work fine. And
No
it'll be nice
drips.
and dry in there.
When it's
and
not
then
hot and humid out, it's not a problem.
Summer comes around and this time, and we knew it, but it was just, it happened so fast because we got hot so fast. The 1st of May, it was
It's been
instant.
2 months of heat index
Beastly
over 100,
hot,
we know
yeah.
that.
And we've added dehumidifiers to those 3 10-ton units to try to, you know, help with the pulling out the humidity. But now there
Do
might be.
you notice it as a patron
concerns about
in there? I haven't
others.
eaten in there in a while. Do you notice it
Oh,
as
yeah.
you're sitting in there?
Yeah.
You can feel it.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, I mean, we were having dinner one night and
Smell it
it
as
dripped.
much as you can just feel it.
Yeah.
I think,
Understood.
I think we should be the point people for any major changes to the building. I mean, we
Yes.
spent a lot of money on this building, so air conditioning, fresh air intake, and then if something needs, or, you know, is their responsibility, we bill it out to them. But I
We'll look at
think
the
there's too many
lease, you
people.
double check the lease as to.
Yeah, as to what they're gonna,
I'll send you some provisions, but
Okay.
there is one where the landlord is not responsible for any breakage, seepage, thank you, and any sort of water intrusion during, but it says something weird like during a fire or a hurricane or things like that, acts of God. But it also holds you harmless to anything that happens in there unless it's your landlord's negligence. So to me, it still says the tenant is responsible for all those things, and they should
Yeah, send me those-
do their own mediations and mitigations, and they should clean it all up. Because now they want us
So you're gonna be on this,
go in there,
for
pull
sure.
all the booths
Yeah.
out, and clean everything, like sanitize it all.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've been doing so much to try to get that humidity down by bringing in.
Yeah, and what we'll do when I talk with Adam,
Dehumidifiers on the floors.
I can work with Adam and Lisa, because what we don't want to do is take on a duty that we don't have.
right.
When you take on a duty, you're volunteering to do something you don't have, then you have liability.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah.
And I have to tell you, this is my third discussion with this and I'm still confused.
Yeah,
I think I.
at the same time, we need to protect the asset that we've got.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, no, I understand. Yeah. Okay, understood.
Okay. That's all I have.
Yeah, sorry, it's just
It's
been
okay.
a long summer with that.
Yes.
so
And it's always every weekend, there's always something that, there's no air.
Just think of those.
Does anyone have anything else?
Large bulk stores. Open the door. Blows your hair everywhere.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.
That was a session.